captured in Black Faces in White Places, what millions of African Americans and I experience every day. The sometimes uncomfortable position of being the only black face in a white place. By the same name, their book documented this rarely discussed phenomenon and provided a workbook of strategies to exist, perform, and excel in such an environment. Now, Doctors Pinkett and Robinson have created a platform for further discussion and discovery in this book, Black Faces in High Places. Interestingly, it documents how to make it to the top of your industry or field, the challenge of staying in high places, and the social responsibility of being the voice in the room when issues related to social justice and racial equity are brought to the forefront. This was typified by the murder of George Floyd. Who can forget the outpouring of emotion and the numerous protests across the globe crying out that Black lives matter? Who can forget the words of his daughter, Gianna Floyd, when she simply said, "My daddy changed the world"? Who can forget the moment when the verdict was read in the courtroom during the trial of convicted former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who was sentenced to 22.5 years in prison? George Floyd indeed changed the world. His tragic death caused those in business, government, nonprofits, academia, philanthropy, and media to re-examine their images, investments, priorities, and policies. And the movement around him, much like the election of President Barack Obama and so many other seminal national events with a black body at the center of the story, produced a furious backlash. And, as is often the case for black faces in high places, we were the ones people turned to for perspective and direction on exactly what to do. In fact, even when we are not called upon, we choose to raise our voices. As persons of power, we have both the unique opportunity and the humbling responsibility to shape the current and future actions of organizations spanning every sector, and to do so in a way that can empower Black people. The tentacles of these institutions can create jobs, affect public policy, redirect funds, seed fairer laws and regulations, and ultimately improve the conditions in our communities. Doctors Pinkett and Robinson tackle these issues and more by dissecting the lives of those who have been there or are there. Their interviews with global figures, corporate magnates, industry trailblazers, civic leaders, entrepreneurial pioneers, and beyond delve into that which is unseen and unheard. Their stories are relatable in an era of Black professionals striving to make it to the top, while also being socially responsible and helping to pave the way for those who shall come. This book gives a thoughtful approach to a complex topic with 10 strategic actions to reach the top, stay there, and create lasting change. I applaud these Black men who have dedicated their lives to empowering others and improving society as they give rise to voices yet unheard. Introduction. Any African American in this society that sees significant success has an added burden. And a lot of times, America is very quick to embrace a Michael Jordan or an Oprah Winfrey or a Barack Obama, so long as it's understood that you don't get too controversial around broader issues of social justice. Barack Obama. Memorial Day 2020 is a day that will forever be memorialized. On May 25, 2020, George Floyd walked into Cup Foods, a market at the corner of 38th Street and Chicago Avenue in South Minneapolis, Minnesota. According to the store owner, Mahmoud Mike Abumayala, Floyd was a regular customer with whom he always got along with very well. He referred to him as a big teddy bear who would come in a few times each week to purchase cell phone credits. Unfortunately, Abumayala wasn't working that evening, and instead, younger employees with less familiarity with Floyd and far less experience had been assigned to the evening shift. Floyd entered the store with a man and a woman. The man attempted to make a purchase with a $20 bill, which a teenage clerk suspected was counterfeit, and immediately returned to him. Floyd returned approximately 10 minutes later and purchased cigarettes, also with a $20 bill, only this time the 17-year-old's suspicions were not raised until after Floyd had left the store. In an interview later, Abumayala stated that Floyd was likely unaware of whether the bill was counterfeit. Following store protocol to notify police about fake money, the employee called 911 to report the incident. At 8:08 p.m., police officers Thomas